and how we live and have our being. And these people said, no, we're going to make our own laws. And we won't go to God. Because what these prophets of Baal are saying is wise. It appeals, wisdom appeals to your mind. Somebody says, I have a book I'm writing of just sayings I heard. And some of these sayings, from TV shows, I read all kind of books, and I'll get some sayings out of books. Sometimes people they're not trying to make up a saying. They go through a situation in life, and they receive a little wisdom from it. And so one of those things is, one of them sayings says, I got this from a TV show, Wagon Train. It says that when the only truth a man has about himself are ugly ones, he has to lie so he can live with himself. And that appealed to me. I was like, wow, that is true. If everything that's real about you is ugly, if you find out that you're selfish, you don't think about yourself, excuse me, you're not kind, you don't want to go out your way to extend help to others unless you're comfortable. That's ugly. So you lie to yourself so you can live with yourself. Well, I'm not that bad. I help some people. The prophets prophesy by Baal and walk after things that they do not profit. It didn't help them. It just sounds good. Somebody told me the other day, they said that, well, their husband isn't satisfying their emotional needs, so they found other people to satisfy them. I said, they can't. Oh, no. I said, they're lying to you, and they can't, and they're of the devil. The whole system is of the devil, because they're not called to satisfy your emotional need. I'm going to tell you something about emotional needs for all you so-called counselors out there. Emotions are how you feel. Let me put it like this. I had some friends, and I was coming down the hall. I heard my name mentioned, so I stayed back, and they started laughing. So I really didn't hear what they said. But in my mind, they were saying bad things about me. And I cut myself off. And I never told them that I heard, but I really didn't hear. I'm just imagining in my mind that they were talking bad about me. Later on, one of them said, man, we were over there talking about, man, we're bored, man. When Bill gonna get here? That nigga a trip. You forget my language, but that's what they were saying back then. Said, man, we can't wait, man, where Bill at? And I forgot where I was. I don't know where I was, but and all this time, I felt like they did me wrong. My emotions dictated all that, and none of it was real. So what emotional need had to be met there when my emotions had deceived me and they weren't real? You can feel a whole type of way for a whole type of reasons. So your emotional needs aren't stable. They're not a number you can count on. If I said, this is what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you nothing plus nothing. What's that equal? Nothing. What if I told you, I'm going to, in Germany, the money system is fluctuates. They call it a mark rate. So their dollar goes up and down. Their dollars could be like when you transfer money over. You're in Germany, you have American dollars, and you want to buy some. They call them German Deutschmarks. So today it could be worth $1 will buy two of their dollars, but it goes up and down. Sometimes it can get to, I think it got to 2 when I was there, and nothing changes. The economy stays the same, which is great. So now you can buy all the things the coach you wanted, like that. Man, hair in my nose. Anyway, I'm so unprofessional. Anyway, man, it's itching me. Anyway. And that's how emotions are. They go up and down. Just because you feel bad don't mean everybody at your job got to feel bad. That's you. And just because everybody at your job feel bad, it's not the mean that you feel bad. It's up and down. It depends. A lot of things can change your emotion. I went to work. I was a bus driver, and I would go there and have a great day, eat my sandwich and eat my chips and say, hey, good morning. And then no one's, oh, thank you, sir, for your service. And then one day you're driving, everything's a good day. Somebody comes and says, you suck. I hate bus drivers. And that just ruins your whole day. You know, everybody on the bus ain't got to sympathize with me and be hurt and be mad. That's my emotions. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. God will supply all your needs according to his riches. He has given us everything. This is Bible that pertains to a holy life that he made it possible that he gives. You know, not the world and etiquette and not books, but he gives through his Holy Spirit. When you have his Holy Spirit, he gives you everything that you will need to live a godly life pertaining to holiness. The problem with emotion is that you can't be happy by trying to fulfill your so-called emotional needs. That's met when you feel others' emotional needs. Okay?